Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to start a new series where I showcase new leaders in the upcoming Star Wars Unlimited set Secrets of Power. I'll talk briefly about some of the new cards, some of the mechanics, and play a few games to showcase them. So let's kick it off with Dedra, a 4-cost deploy leader that can be played either aggro or control. I'll be starting to play Dedra control, so pairing it with blue, and just pairing it with the regular 30 base. I tried Colossus, but we'll get into why I've stuck with the 30 base. So let's take a look at the leader. So she, on her normal non-deployed side, has an action. Pay 1, choose an enemy unit. Its controller may deal 2 damage to it. If they don't, draw a card. Now, typically, when your opponent chooses, they're going to pick the worst outcome. I mean, they're not great outcomes at all for your opponent. So it's either 2 damage on a unit or you're drawing a card. So it's a benefit either way. The way I've sort of designed the deck is to play sort of undercurve, so you can trigger this majority of the game. And then let's look at her deploy. So her deploy, she comes out at 4. She has raid 2. She's got good stats for a 4-cost leader, 2/5. She has raid 2. And if you have more cards than your opponent, which you typically do if you've been using the ability, she gains raid 2. So that seems just decent, but you'll see how it appears in gameplay. Let's have a look at some of the new cards that I've put into the deck. So the first one is Cyril. So Cyril has a disclose of red, red, black. If you do, choose a unit, deal 2 damage to that unit unless its controller discards a card from their hand. So you can see these 2 damage stacks could add up over time. So the idea is to have Cyril as one of your early leaders, and then just try and make sure that we have that disclose of red, red, black. So disclose means I show the cards from my hand, and they have to have those symbols on it. So I could show a card with a red aspect on it, and then I want to show a card with a red and black aspect. Any number of cards to make up at least three there. So that's Cyril. This one here is one I'm also trying, Mirage Sintel. When a friendly unit is attacking a damaged unit, so we're putting a lot of damage onto our opponent unit. The attacker gains overwhelm, but it's also got this unique sort of, when played, you may deal 3 damage to an undamaged unit. So you can sometimes play her out and then use the ability from Dedra after that, so to either finish off the unit or allow you to draw a card. And the final one of the new cards I want to show is the Cantwell Arrestor Cruiser. This one is an extremely powerful capital ship. You can play it up in space. You can disclose blue, blue, black. If you do, you can exhaust an enemy unit. That enemy unit can be a leader. Doesn't have to just be any type of unit. So it's quite powerful. Then it can exhaust leaders. And that unit can't ready while this unit is in play. So if your opponent is a very ground-based deck, let's say they're a Sabine and they've got like a Wrecker or something, you can play this and they have not much chance at all of removing that ship, and their unit will remain tapped for the entire period that this is on the board. So this is the deck here. So on turn 1, you're kind of looking at wanting to play Owen and use the ability, or you can play the Stolen Land Speeder. And the Stolen Land Speeder is a 3/2 unit from Shadows of the Galaxy, and when you play it, your opponent takes control of it, and it has a bounty of, if you own this unit, play it from your discard pile for free and give it an experience token. So the idea is that I play the 3/2 turn 1, give it to my opponent, and then I immediately use Dedra's ability to hit that Stolen Land Speeder. I either get a card or they give me the unit back when I collect the bounty. So that seems decent in here. And then we've got Ray as well. So if we're drawing a lot of cards, sometimes we can pop out a Ray as well. And the idea with this one is that, yeah, they go, hey, I don't want you to do 2 damage to my unit. You may hit a Ray off the top of your deck. Now, if you do pick up this Ray, we also run Anakin Skywalker, the Champion of Mortis, which is the -3/-3 or an additional -3 if you have the opposing aspect there. So if we're drawing rays, we want to be able to either play them or get them in our discard. And the way we get them in our discard is Merrin. Like if we're drawing lots of cards, why not have Merrin ditch some of those cards as well. So that's the deck there. The deck itself will be in the description. It's not a finalized list at all. It's just a thought experiment that I had around this particular leader, and it just, I think, showcases the mechanics about what this particular leader could do in a control deck. So let's play 3 games and see how we go. Now, not all the cards are implemented at the moment. I think all the ones for this deck are. So we haven't seen the entire card pool. So hopefully there's some more cards that come out that will improve this deck. We're kind of looking what's the top end of the finishing of this deck. At the moment, I've got Devastators and Emperor Palpatine. I'm still debating about how high that actually goes. Gunship, Devastating Gunship, seems like it's pretty useful as well. All right, so we're playing a we're playing Max from Adelaide here. Now he is playing Han to ECL. Yeah, so all right. Okay, now we're going to play Boba DV. Now let's see. Now what's interesting with the Boba, this leader has gotten much stronger as well in the new cards because we've got plot cards. And on Boba's flip, so we're going to keep this hand because we've got our 1-drops. Let's keep. The Boba flip can cause a lot of havoc by playing those plot cards directly out of the row, and Topple the Sunman will deal a whole bunch of damage to damage units, which we know Boba can do. Alright, so I think I'm going to ditch the Anakin as well. I think it's good to have 2 Owens. Alright, so let's go to Land Speeder, and then we'll try and hit the Land Speeder. Would it have been better to play Owen there? First. Daring Raid's decent. Alright, let's get rid of the Ruthless. Alright, so I think we play Owen first. Soak up some of the damage. Alright, so do we let him, if I go to hit the Land Speeder, he will most likely let me draw again. And then I can Daring Raid it. I think I've only got 2 Daring Raids in the deck. I actually think that a third one is probably warranted. Okay, now we've got Cyril, we've got power. We don't need power at this stage. All right, let's get some healing going. All right, so this is the turn that Dedra's going to flip. So let's power to start. We'll get rid of 1, and then we can put some damage on the other one here. Or we'll draw a card. So in this situation, we'll do 2 damage to the Silencer. Remember, we've got Rays in our deck. We can pop them. Okay, so we've got a HK coming out. So we'll deploy Dedra. So she's come out now. She's got Ray 2. So she can take care of the HK. And then hit base there. Alright, Open Fire seems decent. Does Cyril seem better than Pershing? I feel like Pershing, just because of the But then Cyril's quite good as well. Maybe we lose the IG here. Alright, so here comes the barrage. Alright, we'll take the Marin. Now, what do we open fire here? I feel like we're better off open fire in the Interceptor. Even though we're going to take 2 extra damage, this one will be a bit smaller. All right, so unfortunately, we haven't been able to get our Ray in our discard here. Because I know whatever he's going to pop out here, he's going to topple the summit. But it's quite risky, because if I had a power, he would be in a little bit of trouble. I think if he does come out, we still have to Anakin. Interesting that he didn't deploy there. Yes, because he had the Raider. Okay. All right, so I think we Anakin the Silencer. Yeah. I mean, this is a top meta deck we're playing against too, so we have to remember that at the same time. Like, this is a strong deck at the moment. Blue, blue, black. I think we're just a little bit out of it here. I think we can arrest the Raider here. Have we seen any new cards? No, he said no new cards. I imagine he had some for plot. Yeah, that Maul is an issue. Yeah, we've lost that one. But hopefully you understood what the mechanics and all that was. Like, I mean, that was a not a new deck as well. So look at this. We're playing a teammate now. We're playing Rhett. He's from Canberra. He's on Dryden Voss. So Dryden is one of the new leaders as well. So he's got an action, discard a card that costs 6 or more, play a unit that costs 5 or less. And give it ambush. Alright, so we're probably going to ambush a lot. Well, let's go with that. Let's see what he plays out here. So what's good to ambush? You think about like some of the we'll use Dedra's ability there. Some of the units, even from like way back from Spark, like Rook, that 3/6 shielded, like that seems like it'd be a really good unit to ambush. All right, so we're probably going to draw an Anakin later with Owen, hopefully, or do we lose? Let's go there. We know Owen's going to draw some cards here. Owen will go 5 deep and get a Jedi. So we're unlucky not to get a array there. If we had an array, we would have hit the Acolyte. All right, so we just play the Merrin down here. All right, he'll claim. All right, we don't need this many open fires. All right, so let's start by putting 2 damage on. He can choose whether 2 damage sticks or we draw a card. Okay, so a Chirrut comes out. He's got the Force, so we can just open fire that and then deploy Dedra. So it's unfortunate we didn't draw Ray, because we would have been able to pitch it as well. All right, here's our Anakin. Probably don't need the Vigilance here. We would have been able to pitch it, which would have turned Anakin on for the -6/-6 ability. All right, we haven't seen Rhett use the Dryden Voss ability yet. Okay. All right, we've still got... Yeah. I was expecting ambush, because that's what it is. That's what his ability is. So he comes out at 7 too, and he's a 5/7. So we'll just play Mirage here, if that's how you say it. Probably don't need the IGs. The thought around the IGs was that there's going to be lots of units with damage and that on, and you could play the IG to sort of finish them off. But in reality, they haven't been, that great. Okay. Well, I think if Dedra clears it, he can do -2/-2, so that's still okay. Because it can't kill Dedra just by firing the -2/-2 ability. Okay, so he pitched the Maul to do that. So I would expect in this kind of deck that if he's pitching Maul, he kind of wants... oops, I did not realize that we did not have a a villainy in our discard. It's probably fine anyway. We've got 8 damage. This build is... Yeah, I assume he's going to pitch the bigger cards like Maul and that, and then Palps returns. Yeah, that was the idea. So a lot of people are just experimenting at the moment, including us. And this is an experimental deck. So here comes Maul with the Palps return, which is what I did mention. All right, so I think we have to fell this because Dryden will be coming out next, and then we can power the Dryden. All right, so he claims, so we can just play the Merrin out here. Daring Raid IG. All right, let's stick with that. I don't think we need to resource up. All right, here comes Maul again. I think we just power here. Kind of gatekeeping his leader deploy. And we had the double power for that. Play the Owen. And then we're presenting lethal here if Anakin... yeah. Well, we'll do 3 to base and then a Daring Raid. All right, so we'll play another. Let's have a rematch and see So he's trying to pitch his high cards and then use... okay, so he's just going to switch decks. So he'll run something else into us. So the changes already, I think... right, we're back into it. So he'll load up a different deck. I think we need an extra Daring Raid. I think Daring Raids are really good. I don't think the IGs are that good either. All right, ready? Much more fun. So, okay, so we're going to get to look at Chancellor Palpatine. And Chancellor Palpatine has a lot of card draw in it. So, what he does... All right, we've got the Speeder. That's cool. And we've got the Cyril. We've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's get rid of those two. Okay, so what... Chancellor Palpatine does is on the non-deployed side, search the top 5 cards for a card with plot, reveal it, and draw it. So it's got a lot of card draw. And then on when he deploys, he we'll do the damage here. All right, we'll collect the bounty. We'll get a 4/3. Pretty good trade there. Okay, do we want... So yeah, when the Chancellor Palpatine deploys, the first plot card that he plays, he can reduce it by 3. So you can sometimes at 7 play like 3 deploy worth of units there. So we need to get these or units or cards, upgrades, plots, or a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so I think we need to get the Owen out. Alright, we'll do 2 damage to Pershing. Right, he'll take it on there. So he draws a card for... Like, it's got so much card draw in it, this Palpatine. Do we get another Speeder? Like... Yeah, I feel like Cyril's not even that good, but I know he's going to go quite wide. So I don't even know how good power is at the moment. Okay. Alright, well, we'll play another Speeder then. And then we'll do 2 damage to it with Dedra. Alright, so he doesn't allow us to take it. So I think we just play Cyril out and then we can deploy Dedra. We'll hit the Land Speeder. We'll take that one. So a card that's not often used is getting a lot of use here. Cyril, we're seeing some of the problem with Disclose at the moment. You're seeing this. We haven't got red, red, black to show. And this is going to be quite an ordinary turn for us. Just to play the Owen out, unfortunately. And there's the Ray. So the Ray was a couple of cards down for us. But do we still... no, this Mirage is really good. How many have we lost for Rays? Okay. I have faith that Owen is going to pull another Ray for us. Now, this is the turn that everything flips for our Palp. So watch this. A whole bunch of stuff is going to come out from Palpatine. We're going to see... Yeah, look at this. So the first one is Chancellor Palpatine. It reduces it by 3. So he's spawning 3 units and for, you know... And then he's pulled out a shock squad as well. So pretty good. Alright, so I think I need to kill the shock squad. So I can -3 it with... Yeah, he's talking about Major Partagas, and it's a 0/6 official, and each time you attack with official, it gets +2/+2 for that phase. So I can either do 3 damage to the shock squad, run a speeder in, and then I can also do 2 damage to a spy. So let's do that. Let's hit one of the spies off. I probably should have hit the Palp. I don't know why I'm hitting the spy at all. Yeah, I think I played that one around wrong, that one. Alright, let's pass. Okay, so he has a ton of cards. So Palpatine has a bunch of card draw just by the... Yeah, I think we're done on this one. We can kill the Snoke, but we really don't have the top end probably to compete with this. Alright, so let's go there. He's going to let us draw a card if I hit that Palp. Yeah. Alright, we'll reset there. We can play an IG next turn. We've only got 1 -3, but the IG should be enough because we can go IG, open fight, or whatever he plays. But we will be in trouble if he plays something really big. Like that. Okay, so... do the 2 damage there. We'll see if he claims or not. Alright, so we'll claim. We'll arrest that. I need vigilance. So we need to show blue, blue, black. So blue, blue, and then a black off the Raider. And we'll tap the Avenger. We'll do a 3 to base. Get our damage in while we can. That's what I'm saying about these arresters. Like, they are really good removal. Not removal, but temporary type. Yeah, so like it untaps. It still tapped the Avenger. We've locked that up. Okay, Sly Moore is an interesting character as well. It's one that comes out at plot. For this phase, each enemy unit gets -2, -0 when attacking base. So if I hit with the IG, I'm only going to do 1 damage. So let's get our damage in anyway. It's only for this phase, but if you're up against like a Vader yellow deck, you can drop Sly Moore out. Alright, I think I'll go the shock squad. He has to claim here, right? Like, right, so he plays Fell the Dragon, so we just claim here, and then we should be able to to finish off the Palpatine here. But this is a really great example of some of the new mechanics. He's saying not implemented. So what happens is, yeah, he's saying the first light has got ambush. It comes off plot, and if it kills a card, it has some effects as well. So there we have it. So that's 3 games, really highlighting the new mechanics and highlighting how you can play Dedra as a control card, as a control sort of deck. So there is the list there. It'll be in the description. If you have any comments or any cards that you think I should put in there, I think maybe the Vigilances don't even belong there. So I will be making some changes. Thanks for tuning in, and if you can like the video and let me know which other leaders you would like me to cover. All right, thanks for that.